All right, let's bring in Hall of Famer Warren Sapp, NFL Network analyst, joins us on the show. Warren, what did you see Monday night, Chiefs-Patriots game?
Unfortunately, my friend, I was at the 29th Annual Sports Legend Dinner with the Buoniconti and the Miami Project Fund to cure paralysis.
Oh, well, then you're lucky you didn't have to witness that. But when you heard
no. My bold prediction was Tom Brady was going to throw 3 interceptions, and Kansas City was going to dominate that football game. So I was off because Bill Belichick must have heard my bold prediction and pulled it and didn't want that third one to come to fruition for me. I had it.
Okay, so assess the Patriots. Is this the end?
I will never say it's the end because the Bill and Tom excellent adventure continues as long as they play fundamentally sound football. And right now they can't because their offensive line, once they traded away Mankins down to Tampa, and I saw Marcus Cannon come in the game, and I was like, oh, my goodness, he can't play here, so he's not there anymore. So, and then they're doing this musical chairs thing if you make a mistake. And that's the worst way to have any football player play. If I make a mistake, I could be pulled. Oh, my goodness, you can't do that. You got to line up and play with the people you have, and right now they're not very good up front on either side of the ball.
Rodney Harrison said yesterday Brady looked scared back there.
I would be, too, with that kind of – it's immediate pressure up his face. You know, you can deal with the ends coming around because you can step up. But once you can't step up and that's closing and stepping up, Brady's never been a guy that liked to play that fantasy because when they had Moss and they were throwing the deep balls, they were faking reverses and max protecting and doing different things so Moss could get down the field. Brady wanted to get that ball out of his hand. He didn't want to play fantasy football anymore, so he can throw the ball now. And there's nobody inside like Wes Welker used to be that's open now.
Can they fix it?
It's tough to fix offensive linemen because there's none out there. You just can't go find them off the street.
When you see an offensive line like that,
you get real hungry, Dan.
Yeah.
You get real hungry. And you tell the guys, you say, listen, let's trample the run on our way because we can't give them any life to think that they can run the ball. We got to get them in 3rd and 5+ right now and make them have to hold the ball and throw it down the field, and we can come get them. And then with that crowd, that's the key to it because you can't hear anything.
Loudest stadium you ever played in?
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah, hands down.
Is it kind of place where your head is still ringing, your ears are ringing when you're done with the game because it's so loud?
Nah, it's just one of those places where you like, geez, they are loud. I mean, you looking at the guy next to you on the bench, you like, and you mouth something, but you really don't say anything. And he says, what? And he said, I didn't say anything. He just mouthed something just to see if somebody go yell back, what? Like, man, I can't hear you. Come on. It is insanely loud in that place.
He's Warren Sapp, a Hall of Famer, joining us, Dan Patrick Show. So do the Raiders go all in on John Gruden? And if you're John Gruden, do you listen?
Stop that. A cozy, nice Monday night football job where you talk about nothing but the positives and, you know, how great this guy is and the move and the shake and the check and the different things that he loves to do with the film. I mean,
yeah, but you know Gruden, though, Warren. You know his ego.
Yeah, but there's nothing better than having the whole world at your beck and call every Monday night. Come on. Is there anything bigger than that?
So you wouldn't be tempted?
Not to trade that for the Raiders. Now, if you were going to give me Aaron Rodgers or, you know, Andrew Luck, a young fella like that, you know what I'm saying? Or
okay,
Russell
so
Wilson
if they had a good quarterback.
Come on, give me something that is comparable to the throne that Monday Night Football is. Let's I mean, come on.
If the Raiders had a good quarterback.
Come on. That's it?
But if they had, let's say they had Andrew
Luck. They got a 30-plus running back and James Jones as the only viable receiver.
Yeah, I know.
And then let's not even talk about the offensive line. And they were trying to fix that with Wisniewski and some of the kids. I mean, it's just not working.
What about the Jets situation? If you, as a defensive player, you could face Michael Vick or Geno Smith, who do you want?
Dan, I love that New Yorkers always got to give me some Michael Vick. He's exciting. He'll run around. I got all that. But when it comes to playing the quarterback position, I go back to Michael Vick, and it's funny because we talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. I go back to that Thursday night game that we had on our air when Michael Vick was the starting quarterback, and Michael Vick says, I knew I wasn't supposed to throw that ball there, and it I called a play and I came to the line of scrimmage. I looked, I couldn't make that throw. But once I got into the cadence, I decided I was going there anyway.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's the thing, because it wasn't just an evaluation of him of that play that night. It was the whole week.
Okay.
Because that's all they did on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was work on that play. And he had gotten to the point all week long where the chalkboard had taken him to the practice field, and he knew he couldn't go there in the game. But he still did it.
So they should stay with Geno Smith.
Oh, that's the very definition of insanity, is doing something over and over again and expecting a different result. And you know you can't do it. And he says it at the post conference, the post press conference. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the stop. No, stop. No. But here's the coup de grace of that situation.
Yeah.
Either Geno fooled him, or Marty Mortonwig isn't smart enough to know he put too much on his plate. Either way, both of those are horrible.
So you don't like either quarterback?
No, I love that you going to make the move with Geno. You drafted him. That's where you got to go, because Mike Vick is definitely not the answer.
Deion Sanders on the NFL Network on Sunday said that Jim Harbaugh has lost the locker room there. How do you know when you've lost the locker room?
I guess when the guys in the locker room call Deion and tell him.
But how many guys does it take to call Deion?
Oh, you know what? You've been hearing rumblings of this, of a little bit of, I heard a little something of he's telling Kaepernick where to throw the ball, throw it to this guy, throw it, do this, that, and Jim was a quarterback, and, some of that is to be true whenever you're a play caller and you're trying to groom a young guy, here's the best place I would throw the ball or whatever, but as it kept going and you keep running to this championship, and they play some hard-knock football. I mean, yeah. Jim is known for being, one of those classics.
Do you have to like your coach?
Say it again?
Do you have to like your coach?
You have to be willing to go to bat for him and buy into what he's selling.
But that doesn't mean like.
No. Definitely don't mean like.
Did you play for a coach you didn't like?
Come on. Stop it.
How many?
2. Just the last 2. I'll give it to you in that form.
So Oakland.
Yeah, my last 2.
Just didn't like him.
I mean, it's kind of tough. it's Lane Kiffin and Art was winning how to do off of bread and breakfast smorgasbord. So hey, when you give up 48 turnovers and you're the number 3 defense in the National Football League, no, 46. We had 46 turnovers. It was 3 away from 3 a game.
Why?
Trust me, I had the number 3 defense in the National Football League and won 2 games. That was a hard year.
Why didn't you like Kiffin?
Kiffin didn't like me. Kiffin walked in and said he didn't want nobody of over 31 on the team, so they went to taking all the guys off, Zach Crockett and a bunch of other dudes. And then I looked around and I went to Mr. Davis, because that's where you go for answers and whenever you're in Oakland. I went there and he was like, "Don't worry, you're not going anywhere." I said, "Okay." So I knew I was stuck. So when you're walking out in practice and you're in your 13th year and there's a certain hierarchy, I'm the oldest dude on the team. I finally gotten to that point in the National Football League and a team, and I know I'm retiring this year. I've already told them this. This will be my last season. I come out and go a good hard week of Tom Cable running double teams at me. I've lost 52 pounds. You can look this all up, Lost 52 pounds. They running double teams at me every day trying to move me. I'm laughing at Cable. I'm like, "You can't move me, son. I've been doing this for too long. I know exactly what I'm doing." So I go a good 2 weeks in. So the first day off in training camp, because we're still doing 2-days at this point, the first day off, they give it to Carlisle. I don't have a problem with Carlisle, the old guard from Denver. I look up and I say, I guess his number got turned upside down, because he's number 66. That should be number 99 who got the first day off. I'm the oldest dude on the team. I don't get the first day off. Keith Millard looked at me and said, "That's bull right there." I was like, "No doubt that's bull. I'm the oldest dude on the team, and you give a 6-year guy the first day off? Because of what?" So it was just one of those respect things. So, and I never got it from him. And when I walked into his office at the end of the year and told him what I thought of his team, he was like, I was like, "What do you say?" I said, you walked around this team all year long and say, "Do what we do." I said, "What is that?" He said, "Lose." I said, "Whoa." I said, "I didn't expect that from you, but," I said, "Let me explain this to you." I said, "What we did in Tampa with your father," I said, "we established a defensive presence, and that's why we say do what we do." Say, whenever you say that in front of your team again, at least know what that is. He had no idea what do what we do is, and he used to say it to us every week. "Let's do what we do." And I'm like, "What is that?"
Lose.
Exactly. That's what he said at the end. Lose. I said, wow. Thanks.
Always good to talk to you. Never disappoint.
Always a pleasure, my man.
Thank you, Warren. Safe travels.
Have a good day.
All right, Warren Sapp. He's funny.